Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to TerickTime. It has been a hot minute. And, well, I needed a little bit of a making creative break, I guess you could say. I still had quite a bit of fun just playing the game and hanging out a little bit and building this something a little wee different over here. I've tried some cliffs with deep slate just to give it a little bit of a darker tone, and I really like how it's worked out because, as I'm sure we're all aware, I got into a little bit of a rut, and I was just not really changing things up very much. There was a lot of stone being used, so I'm trying to break that habit of just kind of barfing stone and it being okay, but I really like how this has turned out. It's much more colorful. I even got a little bundle of balloons here for fun. And then I've got this little kind of crimson to acacia gradient with the red mangrove. Oh my goodness. You can tell I haven't recorded in a little while because English is a hard. Also, that's what she said. But a red terracotta, the mangrovey, and then the white terracotta and the yellow terracotta. Like, really just tried to try something different here. And yes, I'm aware it very much looks like a birdhouse right now, but that just means we're gonna have to go get some parrots eventually. Not right now, but eventually. But I also built a wee little birch forest down here. I do think I need to get some type of some critters, some animals, something hanging out down in here. Not really sure what yet. I was thinking maybe a couple of ponies. You know, just a couple of happy little horses hanging out. I figured that'd be okay. A brand new little waterway has been installed, a little pondy puddle, and then a little bit of a rivery creek bit that just goes right down to the Dolphin Highway. And this led me to some of our plans for today's episode. Because, well, I got to thinking, well, you know, the Dolphin Highway's there. We might as well give it some story, some idea of kind of where the water's potentially coming from. Okay, well, we'll get to that in a minute. We've got a few things to still catch up on that I need to show you, and then we also have an adventure that we need to go on. And as you probably saw in the beginning time lapse there, I built these massive statues. No real rhyme or reason, just kind of something to hang out in the background because, well, it was a little plain to me anyway. So I like having things in the background of our worlds to be able to, oh yeah, and I found a bunch of skeleton horses. That was a thing. But having something looming up into the background just, I don't know, gives the whole world a wee bit of depth. And in the last episode, we worked on this whole side of the cake project, and a couple of people mentioned that there was a couple of little nooks and crannies over here that, well, potentially could become something. And, well, it's like we read each other's minds, because there's now a little doodad going up into a little dungeony, dark kind of room. I'm not sure. Did shaders make? Yeah, shaders make it worse in here. So we've just got a little mushroom growing room. No real rhyme or reason. Just figured mushroom. Why not? But then climbing back up this wee little staircase, we just came out in the cake project, the first tower we built here, which fun and dandy, but I'm going to be pausing the cake project for a moment. I've got a couple of things that I would like to do, also switch things up for you beautiful faces. So in today's episode, we need to gather some materials, which are, well, actually right there, and then we are going to be working on a big old colorful project over yonder. But we need to go on an adventure first because prismarine biddies, that's pretty dismal. And now don't get me wrong, we're not making a guardian farm in this episode, but we do need some more prismarines. So let's scooch over to a wee little adventure, shall we? And off the back of our not nearly utilized mega base, we know that there is a wee little bit of an ocean monument over that way. Pretty sure it's that way. But yeah, I think we're just gonna pop over there, deal with some Elder Guardians, and just get enough prismarine to be able to get through today's episode. Where is that? I might not know where I'm going. One moment. And silly old me scooched right past it. It's right there. So we are going to be doing the little trick-a-do to be able to get inside quickly. But I think we're just going to, for now, take a water breathing potion. We're going to save our invisibilities for a little bit later, but let's try and do this quickly before we get anything. Oh, that's right. I've been here before. That's right. Can we just sneakily do this real quick? I probably should have grabbed more arrows too, but we're gonna take that as a win. One down, and now we just gotta find a couple more. We were so close. So close. I got greedy. Okay. Where's all my stuff gonna float up? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, if we're lucky, we can utilize the dolphin here to our benefit. Come on, give me Dolphin's Grace. Give me Dolphin's Grace. Not going good. Not going good. We're over yonder. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nope. Come on. Give me my stuff. Give me my stuff, please. Any type of gear would be great. That'd be awesome. I really need to stop doing this when I go out on adventures. Let's see if I have anything in here that can quickly help me. I should. Where's... Okay, we're gonna fly over there because that seems like a smarter idea instead of, you know, swimming through a whole bunch. Where am I going? There we go. My stuff, please. Oh goodness gracious, it is everywhere. Okay, where's my boots? There's my boots. I see my boots. Boots are the most important thing we could possibly want right now. So good, so much better. Okay. Gives us a moment to collect all of our stuff. Pleases and thank yous. Okay, now that things are slightly under control, I am invisible. I am going to quickly gather up some prismarine bits. I know I should be making a farm, but you can't see my face, but stare into my invisible face. I will make a farm eventually. Until then, we're just gonna borrow from here. And while we're here, actually, I'll probably go see if there's a sponge room because, well, sponges are amazing. Well, after much searching, there. Okay, this being invisible thing's getting old. Yeah, there's no sponge room here, none at all, none whatsoever, which was extremely disappointing because, well, sponges are spectacular. Now, now that we have our bits and bobs that we would like, we're gonna go back to our wee little island. That one? Hello? There's my stuff. Okay. Quick little splat into bed, and now we shall... I drowned whilst trying to escape a guardian. Go me go. That's fantastic. Okay, let me pick up my bits, and we are going to, we're gonna go home. And enough of this. Hi. Now, it helps when my microphone's in front of my face. My apologies. That adventure was successful on the prismarine front. Well, I got a little bit of the dark prismarine because it's just so pretty, and I do miss it. So we are gonna have to make a guardian farm, but it's not gonna be like a whole episode thing. Don't you worry. But we have the prismarine for today's episode. We have a couple elder guardian heads, which are always fun, and then we did get a loss on the sponges. Only 3. There was no sponge room. It was very sad. So maybe stream with raiding ocean monuments, get some sponges, you know, maybe kind of sort of could be kind of fun. But anyway, we need to move on to, well, getting this situated. So I'm thinking that I'm going to clean up my inventory. We're going to take all of this ridiculousness somewhere closer over there, and then I'm going to walk you through a little bit of my kind of setup process, I suppose, just to well, pull back the curtain a little bit, because why not? So now, before any of y'all freak out, yes, this is a Levmatica build. I'm trying to get back in the groove of doing my thing. So, single layer for no spoilers. So at least you can kind of see what I'm kind of working with. Now, originally I was going to nestle this kind of into the hillside, but now I'm thinking that's a can't shake my head when I'm super close. But anyway, I want to make this a little bit more of a statement. So I want to take the concept of the deep slate cliffs that we worked on over here. Well, I worked on. My apologies, y'all were not there for that one, but you were there in my heart, so good enough, right? Right. But I want to kind of have this a slope up with some dirt, and then we're gonna have another deep slate cliff kind of coming somewhere out of this general area and skedoodle along here. But then I need an actual, like a cliffy cliff, because I want to turn this little bit of valley into another waterway that comes down to the Dolphin Highway. So we need to scooch this design. I'm just gonna get my little mini HUD thing up. So top left corner of our screen, we now know that our design needs to go to the -Z direction, and I'm thinking up five something blocks. So if we go to schematic placement, the names are completely irrelevant. It's fine. I might blur that out because, well, giggles. Okay, but -Z for like 5. So what, 3397? Sure. And then we're gonna go upsies a bit, but that means we can't see anything anymore. Okay. What do we think of that? I mean, like, I think I could work with that, because then we can have our wee little road to this, scooch along here, come up the edge of the cliff and go over to here, and then this is going to be more like cliff. You ain't walking. Maybe if you're a goat. Ooh, I should get goats for over there. That'd be fun. But anyway, now that you kind of have an idea of what's going on, I'm gonna grab a Summer Deep Slate, and we're gonna skip into a super fast time-lapsey bit where I'm gonna make a cliff, and it's gonna take a while, so snacks, drinks, popcorn, whatever you kind of want, and enjoy the tunes while I basically, I do some big old fancy terraforming. Let's get going. And welcome back from that time lapse. I know this episode has been, well, A, time lapse heavy, B, kind of strange, but, well, I'm kind of strange, so it's okay. But I have really been enjoying this much slower month for the content creation side of things, as it's been very good for my brain. So, that being said, thank you so very much for your patience with me. I truly do appreciate it. And now, let's take that grand shaders tour of the buildy thing we did in the time lapse. The thing. Oh, mio my Orlando. I love it. I really am happy that I did take this break because it's kind of refreshed me a little bit in my creative building. Oop, hit the microphone, sorry. My creative building bits. So I have re-fallen in love with the terraforming side of things. So working on these cliffs, the trees, all of this kind of coming along in here. Not quite done. I want to build another tree in there, but as you know, it's been a while since I put an episode out, so I need to skedoodle my butt in gear. So coming up the fancy old little path, a whole bunch of big old custom oak trees, and I did use the spruce leaves here though, because from this little bit of forest biome over to yonder is actually savanna, so then we got some leaf changing color, whatnot, and spruce better. So a bunch of little fancy mushrooms. Some of the mushrooms have diorite walls, some of them have end rods, just for the lighting aspect of things, just to make sure, you know, I don't get creepered, which probably is going to happen because I have not lit up a whole lot of this area. But yeah, skedoodling up the little old path here, some little mushrooms going around, the pods, all the rooted dirt and the coarse dirt for the path, just for something a little bit different. Oh, and the lights. I don't know, it just seemed like a fun idea, and I really like how it kind of turned out. It's very simple, very organic, I guess we could say, but it does the job of lighting, so it is a fancy. But now we must look at this, which, well, we can't really see it from here, so yeah. Oh, wowzers. I like it. I love it. It's something very, very different, definitely outside of my normal wheelhouse with, well, even most people's wheelhouses. Like, I used end stone and end bricks, but I find that matching it with the weathered copper kind of brings those two greenish tones together, and then the nether brick for the reddish tone of the complementary color. And then just a little splash of blue and some little bits of the striping with the stripped oak and the bone blocks. Just lots of little things going on. But I really like how all of this kind of works together. Like there's even purple here. Purple. I know, I'm so proud of myself. But yeah, everything's working out quite well, other than the fact that, well, again, I ran out of time and I didn't finish all of the terraforming. I do want to actually give this waterfall a source, but that sounds challenging, as, yeah, I either need to flood or massive terraforming. I don't really know, but we'll figure that out. But in the interim, let's take a wee little look-sees at the interior. Sorry, I'm so bad at this right now. It's so rusty. But interior. Pretty. So lots of things are going on. Lots and lots of things. It's kind of a churchy feel, kind of. But really it's just about the dragon egg, which quite honestly I'm okay with. But lots of little details kicking around in here. So we've got the little benches, the little copper rods with the candles, then using the glazed, I think it's black terracotta for this kind of wall detailing. I kind of was trying to go for like a big banner effect, which I feel like it's turned out pretty well. It's a little harsh, but I do still really like the whole kind of vibe of the area with the banners, the glazed terracotta, my little, I think they kind of look like goblin statues, you know, the little pointy ears. I don't know. Anyway, we've got a little raised area pulpit. Nope, that's the wrong one. I don't know. Somebody let me know down in the comments. But we've got a little bit here with some quartz, some coral, the dragon egg, just lots and lots of little fun details kicking around in here. And then, ooh, yeah, right. The huge vaulted ceiling. Really liked that feel of just being able to look up and it just being kapoof all the way up. It's so pretty. But then we have the two little side rooms here as well. So this one's just like a little seating area. And then if you come in here first thing in the morning, the sun's coming up over there and you get the purple stained glass showing on the floor here. And it's just, everything's so pretty. And then we've got a wee little bit of a reading corner, I guess, reading hall, not a hall, a reading room. So a couple little comfy chairs, some oodles and oodles of books. So all sorts of good things. And then there is a wee little area up here that you have to fly to get to right now, but that's a minor detail. We can fly, it's fine. So then we have this little balcony here, and right now this is pretty rough, but it definitely can play with that in some stream projects potentially. But then look at this view. The tree's a little tall, but outside of that, the cake project, the new little build that I did for the birdhouse, I guess we can call it. But oh, so very much has gone on in this episode. It has taken a very long time, which I do apologize for. But at the same time, I'm very happy that I did do this because it was very much needed. I needed a little bit of a reset. It was good. It was, hello, all very, very good. But now, with that being said, folks, I am going to wrap this one up. Thank you so very much for your patience with me while I took a little bit of time here. It truly is appreciated. And thank you so very much for watching this video. It truly is appreciated. And until next time, folks, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.